Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
The Hitmakers.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
The Hitmakers.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
The Hitmakers.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
The Hitmakers.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
The Hitmakers.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
The Hitmakers.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
Good day to each and every single one of you. Welcome to the one and only Lunar Lounge with myself, Israel Josie. Voice is a bit crackly, and I got a bit of a cough, as you can see. But it's getting better. Nothing that some lemon, ginger, and garlic won't fix up. And trust me, it's fixing it up. So I'm good. I'm back on the mend, man. But still a little bit croaky. And my voice might get even more croakier this evening after watching the England versus Argentina game. My God, what is going to happen? This World Cup has been something else. But, you got to have enjoyment. You've got to have entertainment. This is what it's all about. Are you not entertained? As in the movie Gladiator, was it Russell Crowe, as he rightly put, are we not entertained? Are we not entertained? Of course we are entertained. Well, you're about to be entertained today at the Lunar Lounge. If you are listening to this show for the first time, it's a show which aims to inform, educate, enlighten about the powers of the universe, particularly the cosmos, astrology. The language of astrology is what this show is really about. However, it is roped in and connected and infused with other schools of thought, knowledge, philosophy, mythology, psychology, tarot, numerology, all the esoteric occult practices are all welcome on this show. Speaking about that, we got tarot card of the week that will be coming up at the end of the show, where we'll be looking about what kind of energies do we have coming up in the upcoming shows. So yeah, there we go. I am live. This show is live. The Lunar Lounge podcast is live. Yes, I've got my I've got my my blueberries and yogurt. Let me just take a bite right now. Yeah, they're going on nice and solid. It's a little bit cold, so I wanted to warm up a bit because the temperatures. What is that I was going to say? Yes, I am live. This show is live every week at 12:30 p.m. UK time. Live on all I was about to say Spotify. That's where you can get the recordings. However, I'm live on YouTube, and you can also watch the playback on YouTube as well. Many of you do. I'm live on Instagram, and I'm live on Facebook. Unfortunately, I can't see the Facebook to see who, it's only after I see on my Facebook page, which I don't visit very much. I'm very bad with that. I see the comments. So for those of you who do comment, who do listen via the Facebook, thank you very much. However, I'm available, or this podcast is available, the Lunar Lounge Podcast is available on all podcast platforms, from Apple to Spotify to Google, all of them. You just put the Lunar Lounge Podcast and you will find myself. Weekly podcast, of course, live weekly podcast, also to where you can also phone in. Correctamundo, you can phone in. If you have any questions or comments, you can do that. I'm talking live phone in. Could you imagine? There it is on your screens right now. That is the live phone in to that you can phone in. The number is +44, WhatsApp number, by the way, +44 7931 064 957. Whoa, see my voice there going up and down. That's because I should be coughing and breathing. Okay, let me repeat that. Live in WhatsApp number is +44, for those of you outside of the UK, +44 7931 064 957. That's the live link number. You can call it, you can bring it in. If you've got anything to say. Shout out to those of you who are actually in the live, who have joined me. I've got Omar Slisko. Omar Slisko has joined me here on the Instagram. I can't see. I don't know whether it's just me. Listen, Mercury's retrograde. Anything's happening. But I can't see any comments on the YouTube, which is not normal. You know, either nobody's there, which is, again, unusual, or they're there, but I can't see them. Can somebody type something there in the chat? Welcome to the, because it's showing me here that there's a couple of people in the, but I can't see anybody. What's going on? Say something, type something. Let me know that you are alive. Anywho, this is the Lunar Lounge Show. I will be bringing up the chart of the moment, and we'll be looking at where the planets, what the planets are doing over the course of the next couple of weeks. So we'll be talking some astrology, of course. What is the weather like where you are? I'm looking outside and I can see a nice blue sky, white clouds, so it doesn't look like there's going to be any rain, although it's a little bit humid. I'm just finding the weather a bit stuffy, but there's a little bit of wind today. It has been a bit, stuffy in the last couple of days, but there's a bit of breeze today, which I like. I don't mind a bit of heat if there's breeze. It's when there's heat and there's no breeze. Brother, listen, you know me. I don't do them hot weathers, man. It is what it is. Announcements will be coming up later on. What else did I want to say? What has been in the news? What are the news headlines? I know definitely because of the World Cup has been taking a lot of the attention. But what the finals is going to be on Sunday coming. For third place, battling third place is going to be on Saturday, and then the finals is going to be on the Sunday. So it's all going to be over after Sunday, isn't it? Really, we're going to be getting back. Wimbledon's over, right? What else is there? But what else has been in the headlines? US. It says that the US launches another wave of attacks against Iran. The fresh strikes come after the US reimposed a naval blockade on Iranian ports. Now, this is the part I don't get. They're saying that they're talking, right? And we'll probably look at that in the astrologers that come. They're saying that they're talking, right? But then next minute, it looks like they're coming to some deal. Every other minute, it looks like they're coming to some deal. And then all of a sudden, they're back again fighting at each other. I don't get it. What's going on here? I mean, how many people? And this is the bit I don't get. You bomb them, or you bomb each other, or whatever, and then you come back to the table to come and talk. Like, you've just bombed me. I've lost how many lives and buildings and shelters, and and then you come across and then you say you want to talk again. I really don't understand this. It's. I get it. I mean, the people who are doing the bombing or doing the fighting are not the ones coming to the table, but you're still representing the same, you're agents for that country or for those group of people. I really, it blows my mind. I don't know how you could bomb me or I bomb you, and then I say, yeah, let's have a meeting. Let's see if we can strike a deal. I mean, shouldn't have been the first priority? Let's strike a deal. The bombing should be the last. It should be like, there's no if, buts, or maybes. There's no, that should what it be. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something here. Who knows? So yeah, U.S. expert on underground nuclear tests detained in China for 18 months, senator says. An American scientist who has studied underground nuclear tests has been detained in China for more than 18 months, according to his supporters and the U.S. lawmaker. What's going on there? Release him, release him. What conspiracy is going up over there? Well, you know, I'll tell you what. Elon Musk lightly broke by law, hold on a minute. Elon Musk lightly broke the law by giving voters $1 million. Billionaire Elon Musk lightly broke Wisconsin law when he handed out a $1 million check to voters in 2025 state Supreme Court election. Okay. Yeah, you got more money on your hands than, you know, what's going on there? Okay. What else is here in the news? Anything else making the news? I'm just checking here if there's anything eye-catching. Like I said, I know the World Cup is taking, and you know, it's not like it's every year we have the World Cup. It's every 4 years, right? So yeah, you got to be happy about something. So what else is here that they've arrested the guy who killed what's her name, isn't it? Bless her, Anne Widdecombe. Who would want to attack a 78-year-old in their house and kill him? And you got something. Oh God, I don't know. Like what kind of world are we living in? Oh yes, shout out to Sam Neill, Jurassic Park star. Sam Neill had pneumonia, as it is revealed. He was sick for weeks before passing. He passed away. Was it 3 days ago now? Yes, Sam Neill passed away. So rest in peace, Sam Neill. I know him in other movies, but that's one of the major ones, maybe because it was more popular. It's the Jurassic Park that's kind of more stands out. But I do know him in other movies where he has also acted as well. Good actor. I quite like him. I quite like Sam Neill. Shout out to Sam Neill. But they're always putting him as, you know, Jurassic Park star Sam Neill passes after revealing. But here it says passing after revealing. Passing, he was cancer free. So I think he had a bit of cancer. He got free off of that, and then yeah. So yeah, coolio. Anything else been in the news which is worth talking about? This U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened to strike Iran's bridges and power plants next week if the country does not return to talks. So this is how you get people to talk. I bomb your bridges and your ports and your power plants, and then that will bring you to the table. Yeah, I can see how that works, but it's an extreme measure, isn't it? I mean, yeah, let me bomb you first, then we sit down and talk. Yeah, damage my house, and then we sit down and talk about. Yeah, it's crazy. What else am I seeing here? What was this about Prince Harry meeting King Charles for the first time in 10 years or something of that nature? Something like that. What other? Fire wave hits UK. Which areas are most at risk? So there's a fire wave in UK. So places are burning down. Oh God, what the heck is coming down? Anything else? Yeah, just the Anne Widdecombe thing. US going at Iran again, once again. Yeah. Anything else? Shout out to people. We've got Florence in the building. How you doing? Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. We've got I was going to say Mary from Canada. How's everything going? Yvette's in the building. Good afternoon. And we've got also Hannah Marshall, who's also joined us here on the Instagram. Banji, my man, how you doing? Shout outs to Banji and welcome to the Lunar Lounge show today. I'll be putting up the chart in a moment once I've finished babbling and frapping about. However, have you guys been watching the World Cup? Well, talk about scripts are being flipped, right? And again, I'm not one for conspiracy theories per se, but come on, we've got to call out fairness when it's necessary, when things are not right, And again, Mercury retrograde, I think a lot of it's just misunderstanding. However, it seems like it favors some people more than others. What the heck is going on with all this football? And scripts have been flipped. What the heck happened to Mr. Mbappe? Mr. Mbappe, what the heck happened to you yesterday? You looked flat. You weren't playing. I mean, what the heck? You barely touched the ball 5 times. Well, Mr. Mbappe, you're not quite on your way home because you've got to play on Saturday for 3rd place. And you're going to be playing the loser of tonight's match, England versus Argentina. Well. I'm sorry, mate. I've got to be rooting for England today. Mr. Bellingham, wherever you are, I'm speaking to your soul. I'm not even speaking to... sorry. I'm not even speaking to Jude Bellingham per se. I'm speaking to your spirit, to your soul. I'm speaking to Kane, yeah? Mr. Kane, Mr. Sir Kane, yeah? I'm speaking to your soul. I'm speaking to Saka. I'm speaking to your soul. Listen, you better run. And I'm talking Wayne Rooney style. You guys better summon up the spirit of Michael Owen, Wayne Rooney, Steven Gerrard, those three, yeah? You need them, right? Yeah, right? And maybe another person, I don't know, Rio Ferdinand, yeah? Summon up their spirits, yeah? And run and attack at these Argentinian players. I'm telling you, you guys can do it. You guys can do it. I'm telling you, go up in there. Don't get me wrong. I like sports as a whole. I'm with football. I'm not a football fan like that. I'm not like hardcore. You know what I mean? But I do like to watch a good game. I've got a team that I support and stuff like that. Yeah, cool. But the thing is I love Argentina. I am not gonna lie. I love Argentina. I was rooting for them in the last World Cup to win it. You know what I mean? Because it was the legacy that was gonna cement Messi's. You know what I mean? The legacy. It was going to be the thing that cemented Messi's legacy, because he'd won everything else, although he's never played in the Premiership, so he hasn't won nothing Premiership, but he'd won everything else apart from the World Cup. And they did it brilliantly. It was very close, of course, with France in the final in Qatar 4 years ago. However, this one, I got to say, I do love the way Argentina play. I ain't going to lie. They are skillful. They are smooth with it. They know how to play. But, man, you guys have been struggling, man. And you guys have been very lucky. You guys, I've been hearing some other news that have been coming through as well. And, yeah, some of you guys have got away. Again, I'm not playing favorites, but that game with Egypt, I don't know. Egypt should have been the winners of that one. Okay. You struggled with Cape Verde as well. Bro, you got the easiest table amongst in the group. You got the easiest one. I mean, you was in the group with who? Who was in your group again? Jordan. Jordan? How does Jordan even qualify for a World Cup? Yeah, you had Jordan. You had Austria. I mean, you had who else was in there? There was some other team. Listen, man. It is what it is. But you guys have been struggling, right? So, England, I'm going for England in this one. England's got to do it. England's going to do it. That's what I'm going for. See my patriotic, my Britishness coming out now. Yeah, England's got it. Yeah, no, but it is what it is. But listen, it's football, isn't it? Right? Anybody can win. Apparently, the bookies, England's the favourite. I was like, what? England is the favourite. I thought, no, Argentina must be the favourite, but Argentina are looking a little bit tired. I'm not going to. You can't deny that Argentina are looking a little bit tired. But listen, it's a game. Enjoy it. I like to see a good game, but no. You know, the controversy. You know, sometimes, you know, if it's a foul on this side, well, if it's a foul on that side as well, give it as well. Don't swing towards one. That's where I'm a little bit okay. Right, coolio. Hannah Marshall, hello to you. How are you doing? Mr. Banji, yes, hello, stay blessed to you. We've got Maria Cruz in the building. Maria Cruz, that sounds like a Spanish name. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. We've got Mason all the way from New York in the building. Maria, who are you cheering on in this World Cup? Is it Spain? Is it? I mean, that's another thing, isn't it? Could you imagine if, I said, could you imagine? If Argentina do win this evening, if Argentina win, we're going to have two Spanish-speaking. I love Spain. Spain is my most visited country on planet Earth. However, having said that, yeah, we're going to have two Spanish-speaking people. You know what I mean? What's going to happen there? Oh God, Spain got to win that one, then, haven't they? Bloody hell! It's going to be crazy. Well, the communication will be good on the field, wouldn't it? They speak the same language. So that's where we have that one. But yeah, it should be quite interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Should be a blast of a game. I'm sure, like I'm telling you, it's like, and those English fans, oh my God. Oh my God. Mary says, at this point, I'm rooting for England too. Well, you are in an England colony. History, I mean, world history is interesting. It really fascinates me how places have been colonized and conquered, and how people have merged, and how people speak different languages through invasion and multiculturalism, and it's really crazy. I'm telling you, it's quite fascinating. I find it fascinating. Yvette saying their ancestors you speaking to as well. Oh yeah, I'm speaking to their ancestors. Yep, I'm speaking to all. Keane, Bellingham, Saka. I'm calling on your spirits and your ancestors. Bring them all out, man. You know what I mean? And you need to summon up the spirit of Wayne Rooney, Michael Owen, Steven Gerrard, and who was the other one? What's his name there? The defender there. You need to get them on board. I'm telling you, it's a madness. Bring them all in. John Barnes, all of them, man, they summon up all their spirits and bring them in. Christian says they'll win after penalties. Oh my God. Please don't go to penalties. No. We don't want that. We don't want no penalties. No. Straight win game. Go in, blaze at them. We don't want no extra time. Save your body. You're gonna got a fight. You got a final. Whoever's gonna win this evening has got to play in the final. Don't want no extra time. You don't get paid for extra time. That's how it is. Yvette saying it would be nice if Karma could appear tonight. Yeah. Well, the thing is, Karma is always appearing. It just may not appear in the way you want it. That's the difference. Always remember that. Shout out to Faye. Welcome. Christine is saying Austria. Yeah, Austria. Yeah, they were in the group with they had easy. So England must do it, man. England must do it. Come on. Christine saying the chart for the game tonight is really interesting. I know it's very interesting. And what's got me confused is about the whole favoritism, because they've got England as the favorites. Now, if England are the favorites, then they're going to win. It's whoever's the favorites that's going to win. That's the thing. That's the thing that we got to look at. Christine is saying no captain has ever retained the World Cup, so Messi and Argentina will not win the World Cup in 2026. Okay, let us see. If they beat England, they surely they can't beat with the way. I mean, all right, fair enough. Spain played brilliant yesterday, but France didn't. They played well, but it was more about what France didn't do than rather what Spain did do. So, but still, Spain are a formidable force, and they seem like they've got better. If Argentina were to go up against Spain, I think Spain will beat them. But again, you never know. Yvette said, I'm rooting for Jude because if you don't win, it won't be any Hey Jude anymore. Yeah, tell me about it. Okay, I get you with the karma. Yeah, karma's always at work. You best believe it. It's just not at the same place as what you want it. But it should be. It's going to be. I'm telling you, man. I can feel it already. Maria Cruz says, "Hello. I'm so happy to be here. It will be an interesting game for sure." Yeah, you're damn right. Who are you cheering for, though? With a name like Maria Cruz, I know you got to be cheering for Argentina, and I've got a problem. Listen, it's football, man. I think people. Listen, I understand. Look, we're passionate about our sports, right? And not just about sports. It could be anything. We're all passionate about our countries. We're passionate about our people. We're passionate about our cultures. We're passionate about our religious beliefs. People are passionate. Human beings are born to be passionate. We're going to be passionate about something. Could be passionate about our food or whatever, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. You should. But providing that you're not hurting anybody or trying to push somebody under or suppressing anybody or cheating and that's where the thing is. So there's nothing wrong with people supporting you. Support, of course. Back your people, back your guys, back your women, whoever and whatever. You're meant to do that. But enjoy it. Enjoy again anything which you're doing, whether it's your culture. Enjoy it for what it is, right? It doesn't make you superior to anybody else or any. It's when you start coming on some hierarchy or some kind of superiority over other people. That's where the problem is. Enjoy a good football. I like watching a good. You've got to admit when you see a good goal, it's like, boy, that's a good goal. Yeah, that's about it. Maria Cruz says, I'm passionate about astrology, not so much about football. Yeah, I'm passionate about astrology also as well. And you got people who are passionate about astrology, even to the point where I've seen people nearly come to blows over disagreements in astrology. And you got Sidereal astrology, tropical astrology, Western astrology, this kind of astrology, traditional astrology, psychological astrology, modern day astrology, KP astrology, Huber astrology, evolutionary astrology. There's so many different kinds of astrologies, medieval astrology. The list goes on and on and on. And you get people who are passionate about that too. I'm with you, Maria Cruz. I'm passionate about astrology. I'm definitely more passionate about astrology than I am football, but I do like to see a good football game or any sport, boxing, anything. Shout out to D. Horrigan. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. I've also got Gad Hillinger. Is it Hillinger? Gad Hillinger. Welcome. I've got, I don't know how to pronounce this one. N11TU. Nitu. Good. I'm sure you've told me your name before. Do forgive me. Too much to keep stored in this little brain of mine. Yvette saying, I won't watch it. It gives bare anxiety. We'll just listen out for the car hooting and it's coming home outside. LOL. Yeah, you're going to be seeing a lot of that. I'm telling you. If you're in England anywhere, there's nowhere you're going to be able to hide. Even if you're not into football at all, you're going to hear the noise. And trust me, if there's one thing that British people bring is the noise. Yeah, British are number one for that. That's for sure. Angela says, oh, Angela's in the building. How you doing? I like the fighting talk, Christian. Uh, you do? Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Enjoy it, people. But it should be a good game. I'm still going for England, though. But may the best team win. That's how it is. May the best team win. And I say best team win. No red cards here and no, yellow cards here. And no, I don't want no favoritism now. If it's a goal, it's a goal. Okay. What are we moving on to now? Let's go to the chart, right? And let's go to the astrology of the moment. Let's see what's happening. I got Anna in the building. Mary, glad you can join us. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge Podcast. Okay, I'm about to share my screen and bring up the chart for the moment. Let's share. Boom, boom, boom. We got a moon in Leo, people. We had a new moon yesterday. Very subtle. I was meant to do a piece on that, but I was just so overwhelmed with work. Didn't even get around to doing it. Maybe I might put a post on there today, something like that. But new moon was yesterday. Was in Cancer. A great sign ruled by the moon, of course. So we're in a waxing phase now for the next 2 weeks. So yippee, we'll take that. However, since then, the moon has now moved into the sign of Leo, where the sun and moon are in mutual reception right now. We've got the sun in Cancer, ruled by the moon, and the moon in Leo, ruled by the sun. Mutual reception. But they're in aversion. But anyway, it's still good. We shall take it. I'm sure you're noticing that my voice is croaky. Yeah, and a bit of a sore throat. But I'm on the mend, especially with my blueberries and yogurt. Anywho, let's get down to the chart. What's happening here? Well, Jupiter's making his way through. Jupiter's making his way through Leo. Was still at the early stages. He's coming up to that opposition to Pluto. Like I said, yeah, things going to the extreme. Hopefully, it's not going to be in the football games, although we may see something there. Mercury's still doing his retrograde. We've got another, 10 days of that? Yeah, 9-10 days. Around about 23rd, 24th, he should start going back direct. How has the Mercury retrograde been treating you, people? Have you been experiencing any unusual difficulties? Have you been connecting with people that you haven't spoken to in a while? Have there been things from the past presenting themselves back again in the present? Ex-partners, perhaps? Technical faulties, difficulties, phones, laptops, computers, telephones, televisions, electrical equipment, travel, procedures, transportation, anything of that nature being affected? Keep your comments coming. Okay. So what's happening here? Well, Mercury, interestingly enough, as he's going through his retrograde, he's going back to the position where he's going to start to square Saturn again. Well, what's that? Any traders in the building? What's happening with the trade at the moment? Well, the price of oil has gone through the roof again, thanks to Donald Trump, striking again at Iran because Iran won't come to a deal. So the oil prices have soared through the roof. Apparently, they've gone up more than 20%. 20%. I'm telling you. So what about that trade, man? Keep that trade going. But Mercury is going back to make a square to Saturn. Well, that could slow things down, and that could hinder things, and that could cause some technical glitches and misunderstandings and delays in journeys and anything to do with data, data restriction and data. I mean, the list is endless, isn't it? Yeah, Mercury, Saturn. So watch out for that, people, because that is building up. Because Mercury is going, I mean, Saturn's about to go retrograde soon as well. Fair enough. But over the course of the next couple of weeks, we've got Mr. Mercury just backing up into the clutches of Saturn, forming a square. That's going to be a bit difficult. What else do we have? We've got Mars here at 11 degrees of Gemini, not doing much. However, Venus is coming up to making a square to Mars. I was speaking about that last week, right? So things are about to get a little bit intense. Passions are about to, go through the roof, especially in terms of relationships. Anybody here with a Venus-Mars aspect in their chart? Because you'll be feeling this one. And this is going to be speaking to your relationships and also your money. Watch how you're spending the money. Mars, Venus, yeah, they spend money fast, if you didn't know. Especially when they're in mutable signs. You're buying things in twos. So if you're finding yourself buying 2 shoes, 2 bags, 2 skirts, 2 dresses, 2 hats, 2 trousers, 2 shirts, 2 trainers, you know why. So this is what this is all about. What is the sun doing? Sun's at 23 at the moment of Cancer, not doing much at all, no aspect. We might as well say the sun is unaspected. Well, it does happen. Okay, let's have a look at over the course of the next few days, and let's see what is happening. Keep your questions coming, or your comments coming, and we can see there. Christian said Starmer should make that call to Infantio if things get dodgy. It can be like a final gift before he leaves. Yeah, right. Yeah. I don't think Keir Starmer is going to be getting involved in that. Not at all. Keir Starmer would not want to do anything of that sort. Keir Starmer, I think it's goodbye for you.
And we say bye-bye.
That's right. Even Donald Trump has told him bye-bye. Kristen says, I always meet a bus driver, good friends during Mercury retrograde. I don't ever see him when Mercury is direct. That's interesting. And it's quite symbolic also as well, being that, Mercury rules buses, bus drivers, that's a mercurial kind of, not mercurial kind of job. It is a mercurial job and a mercurial person. So it's interesting that you meet him when it's retrograde. It's quite interesting. Yvette says, interesting for Mercury retrograde. We don't have no water at all in our flats since Sunday. And I have never met so many neighbors before. Well, yeah, that makes sense also as well. You see, that's interesting. You've never met so much neighbors. That is the whole point why you ain't got water. There was no connection between you guys. Water is a symbol for connecting. Of course, you need it also to wash down your body and get clean and cook food. Yeah. Oh, of course. Most definitely. Yeah. But you're supposed to be, talking with one another and vibing with one another and laughing with one another. That's what you're meant to be doing as neighbors. So that is, you see, the universe will always find a way. Will always find a way. And I bet you any money, the moment you start meeting each other and start vibing and start communicating and start thing, your water comes back. Of course, people are going to say, well, of course the water's going to come back because you've made complaints and, whatever, whoever is on it, the environment, the water company is going to be on it and they're going to fix it. Well, yeah, that too. That is all a part of it. If it says unflush the toilet, yes, and that too. No water, bloody hell. Since Sunday. So what are they doing then? They got those emergency. Have they got those emergency? Because sometimes they have these emergency trucks, don't they? That water, then you can go and get buckets of water and stuff like that. Listen, listen. I'll just leave and I'll check into the hotel, and they are paying for it. I'm checking into a hotel, and they are paying for it. And you know what kind of hotel I'm talking about also as well. Check myself into the Dorchester or to the Savoy or what's the other one? The Ritz. That's where I'll be checking. I'm telling you, that's where I'll be checking myself into. You cut off my water, you must be. What do you think this is? The Strait of Hormuz? You know what I mean? Cut off my water. That's a disrespect. That's an breach to human conditions. I hope you get compensation off of that one. I'm telling you. Yvette said miscommunication. That's what's happening. Yeah, well, there'll be a lot of that with Mercury retrograde as well. Lots of talk going on. Exactly. Crazy. Yeah, well, keep us updated. Well, I assume by the next lunar return session, you would have had water. Hopefully, you get that water today. Shout out to Tiffany. Hey, good day to you. Faith says definitely a hotel job for me. And me too. I'm checking into that. I'm telling you. And I ain't going to no little 3-star hotel either. Or no 4-star hotel either. It's 5-star. Thank you very much. Yes. Room service, please. And they're paying for it. How dare you cut water? Now, that's something you do not play with. In 2026. Nah. We've come a long way from that. This is not the 1700s. Shout out to Anna Mary LaDonna has joined us. Pretty, how are you? Hope you're well. How's everything? How's Dinah? Shout out to Maddox Media Group. Shout out to Maddox Media Group. Also joined us here on the Lunar Lounge Live. Welcome. We got Dylan and we got Asu also joined us as well. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge, of course. Yvette said they offered us to go shower at Leisure Center. Oh, please. Not good enough, I'm afraid. Not good enough. What you guys need to do, all you neighbors, since you started talking back together, is you need to start putting together your letters of what it is that listen, put together your demands and shoot it at them. That's what you're meant to be doing. But go shower at a leisure center, please. I wouldn't be taking that one. Anywho, let's get back to the chart. Let's see what's going on. So Moon in Leo at the moment. So what else is happening? Let's have a look here. Tomorrow, anything happening out there? Nothing happening out there. Um, what else are we having here? Nothing. Mars is not doing much either. But Venus is closing that gap to that square to Mars. What's happening here? This is the 18th of July. Do we see anything? Nope, we don't see nothing spectacular. Emotions might get a little bit on that 17th, 18th of July because the moon is going to square Mars. So things emotion, it might get a bit emotionally peak or emotionally intense. So do watch out for that. What else can we see here? Not much aspects. But that Jupiter-Pluto, they are working each other. That's for sure. Something is intensifying. So this is the 18th. And then this is the 19th. Now, this is going to be the final, the day of the final of the World Cup between Spain and England. On the 19th, between Spain and England. Notice I put who I feel are going to be. Well, we already know that Spain's going to be in the final. Who are they playing? Spain and England. This will be the final. The day previous, if I just go back, the 18th, this is going to be the day of the final. Well, not the final, for third place between France and Argentina. I think that might be fitting because France and Argentina played last in the World Cup final. So how about they both play in the not semi-final, but the runner-up for third position? I think that's better. And we can get another France, Argentina. Now that would be a cracker. That would be a cracker. And let's have a different World Cup final with Spain and England. It's never happened before, as far as I'm aware. Spain final? No. Hasn't happened in the history of football. So, yeah, here it goes. Anywho, the 19th. This is the day of the World Cup final. We're going to have an exact Jupiter-Pluto opposition here. Tensions. Remember, I've told you about these two. When they come together, especially in hard aspects, we're talking about a group of thugs, thuggery, things going to the extreme, issues with power, people wanting to, demonstrate or, over. It's all about power, man. Too much of it. Jupiter, Pluto, oh my God. In a fixed sign as well. Embrace yourself for this one. So, yeah, and that's going to be at the World Cup. Yeah, good luck with that one. Moon will be in Libra. So hopefully we get some justice. We get some fairness. Let's see. It's quite interesting. Moon's going to be in Libra. That favors both Spain and if Argentina were to get there. It would favor both of them, actually. It would also favor UK, to be quite honest. Okay. What else have we got? What else have we got? Hold on. What else is happening here? Venus is tightening that square to Mars. We're still not having any exact, apart from the Jupiter Pluto. That's like the only thing happening there. But Mercury's still going back. He's tightening. He's perfecting that square with Saturn. He is squaring Saturn, and it's an applying aspect as well because he's moving retrograde. So I would say definitely from about the 18th, 19th, start looking again situations around traveling. If any of you guys are traveling around that time, if you're doing any educational stuff, paperwork, if you're doing, oh, well, this time, when is the exams? Or has it happened? As have people, secondary school students, are doing GCSEs exams? Is anybody here? Do you know anybody who's taking any exams? Shout out to Maddox Media Group. Hey, my man, how you doing? Asu, hello. This Mercury retrograde came with a Glock. I thought you was going to say clock then. Mercury retrograde came with a Glock, with a handgun. Yeah, sure enough, did do that. What is that saying? Yes, mine got skipped there. People taking exams. Okay. Angela's letting me know exams are done. All right, so cool. So I take it nobody's taking exams around there. They want to be taking exams when Mercury is squaring. Might end up being a bit more difficult than you think it is. But this could bring about delays. This will definitely affect the trade industry, right? And situations also around the war. Mercury square Saturn. Yeah? And I take it, because remember, Donald Trump said next week, Donald Trump said this week, this stuff, you could make this up if you tried, right? Donald Trump said yesterday, day before yesterday, has said that first he's going to bomb, I repeat, bomb. He's going to bomb bridges and power plants. And then next week, so he's going to, they come with the war first, right? They're going to shoot a few rounds. After that, they are going to call for a talk. Make this make sense, please. So he's saying next week. He said next week they're going to be looking to do. So they want to bomb them for about a week. Now, you know what's already happening. Iran, because Iran are going to win. They are also armed up, and they're attacking. You know what they're doing. So they're attacking places like Bahrain, Qatar, Kuwait, Saudi, UAE, Dubai, all those places. They're bombing them, right? Because they know that they are allies with the smart. If you talk about chess moves, if you're talking about chess moves, this is the epitome of it. It doesn't look good, Donald. What have you got to say for yourself?
I got to get rid of them. I got to win against them.
Yeah, of course. It just doesn't seem right. I don't know. Anywho, looking at this, shout out to Lexi. How you doing? Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Looking at this, Asu says one thing after another. Yeah, Banji. Most exams have taken place. This is last week for most schools. Okay. Thank you. We've got Realms Manifest. Realms Manifest has joined us here. We've got Jemaja, the alchemist. Jemaja. Is it Jemaja? Jemaja? Do forgive me if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. But I do love an alchemist. So Jemaja, Yemaja, maybe it's Yemaja, the alchemist. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge Podcast. Now, the thing is with this Mercury squaring Saturn, I don't know. The thing is if Donald Trump's going to be doing peace talks next week, this don't look good. Obviously, you're going to be coming back again to the table. Mercury's retrograde, and he's squaring Saturn. Now, this is on Sunday. This is the 19th. Okay, let's go here. Monday. Mercury's going to be even more tighter, squaring Saturn. It's crazy. And then we've still got this exact on the 20th of July is when we're going to have the exact Jupiter Pluto opposition. So things are really intense. I can't see, me personally, I can't, with this configuration, there's no way you're going to tell me Donald Trump and Iran are going to come to a peace deal. Nope, that ain't happening. Especially with the Jupiter Pluto. Because there's going to be a power-hungry, overpower-hungry, activity here. Somebody's going to want more. That's what's going to happen. That's what Jupiter does. He wants more. So, watch this space. I can't see no peace deal being brought with this one. As a matter of fact, it may get nasty. So this is the 20th. So this is next week, Monday. Okay, I don't know if the meeting's going to be on Monday. I don't know. Donald Trump, what are you planning to do? Are you planning to bomb their bridges and power plants until next week, Monday, and then stop? And then call a talk on Tuesday and Wednesday? Dear, dear, dear. We're still having the opposition. This is the 21st. 21st of July. 22nd of July. By the way, on the 22nd of July, the sun is going to move into the sign of Leo. Right? So, big one for all you Leos. Round of applause for all you Leos. Yeah, you're going to get the halo. Yeah, so so that's what's going to happen there with that one. So let's see how that goes. Is it me or my computer looked like it was slowing down there? Mercury retrograde again. Behave yourself, especially while during this show. Yamaja the Alchemist. Will you be attending the UAC conference in September? Yamaja the Alchemist, yes. I not only will be attending the UAC conference, I am speaking at the UAC conference in September. Thought I'd blow my own little trumpet there. Yes, I will be attending and I am speaking. The US have given me my, was it the ESTA? Is it called the ESTA visa? What do they call it? Yeah, I've been accepted. They've allowed me in the country. Like I've been there a million times. Yamaja the Alchemist says, yeah, I'm planning to attend also. Great stuff. I look forward to seeing you there. It's gonna be a blast. So yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there in Chicago. So look forward to seeing you then. So yeah, so this doesn't look good. So this is next week, Wednesday. This is the 22nd. Sun is going to be moving into Leo on that day. We still got that square, although Mercury is slowing down because he's slowing down to go stationary, to go direct, right? So I don't think he gets to 20. He doesn't get to 14 degrees. So he doesn't perfect. He doesn't perfect the square. Mercury does not perfect the square. Now that could be, so he stops at 16. And on the 23rd, we can see here, Mercury goes stationary to go direct. So he's not fully in the clutches of Saturn. Yeah. I quite like that one. So what's going to happen is, as Donald Trump has already discussed and told us, he's going to be blowing their bridges and blowing their power plants until next week. And then next week, they're going to try and call a deal, right? And what's going to happen is, for the first maybe, I don't know, few days, I don't know how they do these talks or deals, but maybe for the first week, no one's budging. No one's having it. And then about the week after, Then they start saying, oh, all right, then. Instead of $100 a barrel, we'll do it, $99 a barrel. How about that? Something along that line. Mercury stations again on Friday. That's the 24th. 25th, he starts moving direct. Okay. Jupiter is still opposing Pluto, but has moved on, so that's separated. However, the Sun, which moves into Leo on the 22nd, as that moves into Leo, the Sun also starts to oppose Pluto. So we're still having power struggles here, baby. We're still having power struggles. Also, let's not forget Madame Venus, who's actually in fall at the moment, so she's not at her strongest, is making a square to Mars. And Mars is not exactly dignified. Well, he's not dignified. He's peregrine. This don't look good. Anybody here with a Venus Mars aspect in their chart? Doesn't matter what aspect, you're going to be feeling this one. Your relationships and your money is about to get an inspection. Yeah. Isn't Mercury? I said Mercury. Isn't US? Isn't the US having it's Mars return any day now? Isn't it happening already? Something like that. And then Mars, we can see Mars here. Remember, Donald Trump, his sun is in Gemini at 22 degrees. So all around this time, up until next week, Mars is going to be making his way to Donald Trump's sun. Oh my God. Oh my God. Mars is going to be conjunct Donald Trump's sun. You know what that says, doesn't it? Yeah. That's what that's about. So yeah, it's a funny one. Mars in a daytime chart, Mars on somebody's sun. It's not exactly a tranquil time. It's not a time for many. That's what he should be doing, Mr. Donny. Go and find a nice water place and meditate. It'll do you some good. So yeah, that's what that one's looking like. Anyhow, what else do we have? Tiffany's asking me, what dates will you be there and speaking? It's sold out for most of the dates except Sunday to Tuesday. I might come up then. I can't even remember the day I'm speaking. I think I'm speaking on the 4th or 5th. Something like that. I think. I'll let you know. I'll text you. Got plenty of time. I can't remember what day I'm speaking on, but I'm speaking. It's sold out. Are you serious? That hotel is massive. I've never seen a hotel. I've been in some hotels in my life. That hotel, next level. It's about like 50 conference rooms. It's crazy. Anyhow, Tiffany says Mars return. Yes. It says heart attack. What says heart attack? What? Mars conjunct the sun. He's had many of them. He has it every 2 years. Marie says, I wonder if Donald Trump has a personal astrologist reading his chart to him. I doubt it. And if Donald Trump is looking for an astrologer, a personal astrologer, I am available. I'll be your astrologer for life. won't it won't cost you a penny in your world. I'm talking in the world of what did he make the other day? 2 billion. Just give me a couple of mil. I'm good. I'll be at your service at all times. I really mean that. I'm serious. I don't think he's got a personal astrologer. He has advisors, but not an astrologer. Not that doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, the conference tickets are sold out except Sunday to Tuesday. Wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy. Busy. Okay. Oh, what's that? Yamaja the Alchemist. These transits could have adverse impacts on several world leaders. Eris also stationing. Yes. Apologies, I haven't got planet Eris in there. Yeah. Eris, we know what that's about, isn't it? A little bit of strife. Well, all these outer planets, now people don't talk about, outer planets. They're all malefics. What part of it don't you understand? Welcome to Thais Bliss. Welcome. Agbe Olodumare. I know who that is. Why aren't you answering your texts? I got Karo, or DVO. Yamaja, the alchemist says, he never pays for services. You should know that. Talking about Donald Trump, he'll pay for mine. He'll pay for mine. He'll pay a pretty penny. We shall discuss. Yamaja, can you get him on the phone? Tell him there's an astrologer who's, he wouldn't listen if he did. Exactly. He'd want the astrologer to be telling him what he wants to hear. And guess what? I can do that. Almost definitely. I will tell him every day.
Greatest president that God ever created.
Yes, I will tell that. That will be my mantra. That's if he employed me. However, when the cops are on their way, I will be out the door. It is what it is. I'm sure he'll pay for something. Shout outs to Butterfly Academy of Psychics. I like that. Butterfly Academy of Psychics. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. So anyway, let's get back to this this chart, and let me just round up here. So yeah, so Mercury goes direct 24th, 25th. Doesn't quite thing, but that doesn't favor these impacts. Like Yamaja just said there, could have an adverse effect again for world leaders as a whole, especially the Sun opposing Pluto. Now, Sun opposing Pluto is definitely, we're going to be hearing some power struggles here. And then we've got Venus squaring Mars. Venus square Mars. Okay, it looks like it wants to perfect on the 26th, 27th. They're there for quite some time. They're going. They're keeping the square. Here is where it perfects. So this is going to be on the 28th of July. We're going to have a Venus Mars square exactly. Yeah. If we just go back a day before, on that 27th of July, 27th of July is where we're going to have the peak or the perfected opposition between Sun opposing Pluto, and we've got obviously Sun conjunct Jupiter. Now that can be quite auspicious, maybe on an individual level, especially if any of you got Sun-Jupiter contacts in your chart. That can be very nice. We all like a Sun-Jupiter conjunction, especially in the sign of Leo. Don't get better than that, does it? But while opposing Pluto, watch it, baby. And then we're going to have the exact square of Venus and Mars That's on the 28th. What else are we having? And then this is where I'm going to leave it. On the 29th of July, we're going to be having a full moon in Aquarius. A full moon in the sign of Aquarius, baby. Woo-ha! Yeah, things coming to fruition. We had a new moon just yesterday. So if you're planting anything, planting those seeds, you may start to get some hint of things sprouting around this time here for you. However, this full moon will be manifesting things for what you were planting 18 months ago. 12 months ago, 18 months ago, what were you planting? What were you initiating? Here is where it starts to come to life. Here is where it comes to a peak. There's going to be a full moon in Aquarius. It's going to be at 6 degrees of Aquarius. So if you've got anything around that degrees in your chart, especially in the fixed signs, yes, should be good. And Jupiter's there to expand it as well, make it big. So this one's going to be a big one. Yeah. Do remember, next month, August, I'll be talking more about it next week. We've got the eclipses coming up. Yeah, we've got a solar eclipse in Leo. Dun, dun, dun. Keep it tuned. Anywho, I'll leave it there for the cosmic news, but it looks quite interesting. Tiffany saying, don't talk like that when you're in Chicago. None of us claim him. Yeah, I bet. Yes, I bet. Tiffany says, can you talk to someone to see if I could get a ticket for the earlier dates of the conference? Yeah, I'll pull a few strings. I'll put in a word for you. Those dates are more convenient for my schedule. They make they can make an exception. Okay, yeah, so I'm sure something could. I'll put in a word. I'll try to use my pulling power. Use my little charming Libra skills. Idea Visuals is in the building. How are you doing? Welcome. You came in late though, but yeah. Yamaja the Alchemist, she's right. Don't do it. Don't do what? What shouldn't I do? Become an advisor to Donald Trump? I know what you mean. Don't speak about that like that in New York. I know. Yeah. Do you know what? Where the conference is held, because I've been there before, the last time they had you out there, it's literally next door to the Trump Tower. It's literally next door. It's not even 2 minutes walk from the Trump Tower. Yep. So it is what it is, right? So maybe maybe Donald Trump might be coming to the conference. So that would be nice. Oh, yeah. Try and get him in there. It is what it is. Yeah, I'll be using that Libratron. Don't you worry about that. Okay, so stop sharing. Let's get back. Show's going to be coming to an end soon. What have we got? Well, it's competition time, right? Shall we go to competition time? I think so. We need to be going to competition time. And we need to get that on the screen. Competition time it is. People, this is the time of the week when I ask a question. And the first person who inboxes me the following week, so next week, Wednesday, for example, whoever inboxes me will be the proud winner of £30. I will be revealing the winner, this week's winner, if there are any. What am I doing here? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's just how it goes. So I ask a question. So last week's question was, I asked if a planet is exalted and is retrograde. So it's retrograde and exalted. what will be emphasized? Will its strength be emphasized or its weakness be emphasized? That's what the question was last week. So we have 4 competitors. Guess what? You all had the same answer. So technically, in a way, we could say all right, let's have a look here. Caroline, spelt with a C. She came in first. She said the answer to your question is the planet will be strengthened. Okay, cool. Next one, James in the building. Strength will be emphasized with a planet that is retrograde but exalted, especially if it's on an angle. Okay. Third person, Amy. Amy says, hi Israel, I believe the strength of the planet is emphasized when retrograde and exalted. And Christian comes in, strength is more emphasized. I noticed that the first 3, 1, 2, 3 came in on 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Seconds is what split you. Christian, however, came in at 1 minute past. So yes, you're all correct. It is strengthened. It's the strengthening that is emphasized. If it was exalted and retrograde, especially if it's on an angle, definitely it's the strength of that planet, which is what we see. So this week winner is Caroline. You got £30 sent over to you at some point this week. Yeah, so look out for that. Yeah, so look out for that one. Your payment should be on its way. What is Tiffany saying here? They still don't they still don't F with him in Chicago. No, I get what you mean. Yes. We don't F with him in Memphis neither. Yeah, I bet. So yeah, so that's what it is. So congratulations to Caroline. You have shout out to Nessa. You joined us here also on the Instagram as well. Yeah, congrats to Caroline. So I'm going to ask a question. For those of you listening to the recording, the email address where you send the answer is the Lunar Lounge Podcast at gmail.com. The Lunar Lounge Podcast at gmail.com. That is where you send the answer to. For those of you listening to the recording, a lot of you, or most of you listen, but I think most people actually listen to the YouTube recording. Rather, well, I don't know. Actually, I could be wrong. I need to find that out. I definitely think people are watching more on YouTube, but a lot of people still listen on the, iPod players and, Apple and Amazon and, Google Pod. I think a lot of them listen there as well. So cool stuff. So I ask a question, and the first person who inboxes me next week will be the proud winner of £30. So this week's question, pay close attention. This week's question, pay very close attention. When planets are about to go retrograde, they slow down. All planets, they slow down, which means whatever that planet represents, it means that whatever it represents, that thing will probably slow down or will be more slower to manifest also as well. However, I need you to give me the zodiac signs. What are the 4 zodiac signs where planets expedite even though they're slowing down in motion. I need the 4 zodiac signs that actually speed things up when planets are slowing down in motion, especially when it's Jupiter or Saturn. What are the 4 zodiac signs that expedites planetary speeds even though they are slowing down, about to go retrograde? What are the 4 zodiac signs that expedite, they increase, they make things actually even faster? There's 4 of them. I need all 4 people. Lunar Lounge Podcast at gmail.com. What are the 4 zodiac signs that expedite Jupiter and Saturn in particularly when they are slowing down? If I can have the answer next week, please, you'll be the proud winner of 30 Skrilla. 30 pounds will be sent over to you. Maria Cruz, thank you so much for everything. Thank you for attending. Thank you for listening. That is the competition for this week. So that is the question. So make sure, inbox me next week, Wednesday, midnight, so I read like the winner. Mary says, that sounds like a £60 question. You sound like you got the answer. You sound like you've got the answer. That's an easy one, actually. Well, it's not easy, but it's not hard. What are the 4 zodiac signs that expedite planets, especially Jupiter and Saturn, when they are slowing down? Answer next week, Wednesday, midnight UK time. So adjust the time so that you know what is happening there. That is the question for this week. Sorry about that. So what else? So let's take this down. Are there any announcements? Yes. I know summer's coming up. I tend to take a break with my courses during the summer, especially in August, because a lot of people are traveling. That's when they have time with their children as well. So yeah, tend to take a bit of time off. However, there is what is it I was going to say? There is a new class. Oh God, hopefully you're not hearing that racket. I've got a good noise cancellation mic, so it tends to bring out that. But there's people chucking things out there. Anywho, what else was I about to say? I'm doing introductory to astrology, where I'm going to be breaking down what the course is about, where people can ask questions, right? So people, Tiffany's saying, I want to do the wealth course. Of course you want to do the wealth course. The wealth course is, I'm having to relook at that, because what's going to happen here, Yvette's saying, I can hear it clearly. Oh, what? You can hear the noise? Really? Or you can just hear me clearly? You heard that noise? Are you serious? Oh my God. You heard the noise. Oh my God. What the heck? What, can other people hear it as well? Oh God. What is this coming to? Talk about Mercury retrograde. Huh? What's going on here? Speak about Mercury retrograde. Messing with my show, man. Faith saying, yes, we can hear the noise. Really? Well, normally I've got a very good mic cancelling. What the heck is going on there? Oh well, it is what it is. It's kind of quieting down now, but I'm sure they're gonna be back at it. Anyhow, yeah, so I'm doing like a introduction to astrology, which is going to be taking place on the 27th. on the 27th of July, there is going to be an introduction course. It's going to be talking more about what the course entails, what the what the course which I'm teaching entails, but also aspects of astrology in terms of that one needs to know in order to be able to be an astrologer, and but it's going to be well worth attending. It's going to be on Monday the 27th. It's going to be taking place at 3 p.m. UK time. 3 p.m. UK time, so do adjust your clocks. I will be sending out the links. I know a few people who are definitely interested in coming, and that's also going to be about, so that's where you're really going to be seeing things where I'm going to be letting you know what it is that I do in terms of the courses, because I don't think people get it. They think, I think you need to kind of know what it is that you're committing yourself to, right? So that's going to be taking place on the 27th. However, available to sign up is there. You can sign up at any time because classes will start soon. Although there's going to be a little bit of a break in August, and then we'll continue again in September, but classes are going to be starting soon for the astrology classes. I'm putting together, it's astrology and wealth. It's going to be entitled Wealth, Money, and Prosperity. But the thing is, you see, and again, Mercury retrograde. I'm having to go back over this because there's a large, I'm going to say for most of it, it's going to be people who are intermediate, basic, foundation, intermediate level, right? So what's going to happen is I'm breaking it up into segments. The first one, that will be quite straightforward. I think people with just even some basic knowledge of their chart or astrology will be able to attend it and will be able to understand. But when I start going into the second, third, fourth, there's going to be 5. I repeat, there's going to be 5. And definitely the last 3, you're going to need to be somebody who knows your astrology, right? So I'm putting out there as a disclaimer already. The first one, that can be quite easy. You get it. Second one, a bit more kind of like. Third, fourth, fifth, you're going to need to know your stuff. So, so do watch it. It's going to be, so I'm needing to be mindful with that. But that's coming. That's going to be, again, don't worry. Definitely by next week, you will have the dates of when that is going to be taking place, when the first one of it is going to be taking place also as well. So yeah, do stay tuned for that. But courses are things that you really want to be getting onto. It might all change after I come back from Chicago, because I've been given some proposals. And then after that, there won't be no more courses. So it's going to just be the people who have signed up right now, and that's going to be it. After that, lock off. After that, it's just going to be like particular lectures, and then you attend. And that's how it's going to be. But yeah, so people do watch out for that. What else? Tarot, numerology, all that stuff. We're going to have more stuff coming up again in the month of September, starting back up again. And yeah, we're going to be getting the show on the road. Other than that, I think that is it. I've got Tosin as in the building. Welcome. So do watch out for that, and geomancy as well. I'm actually in the midst of doing geomancy course right now. It's coming to an end. I think they've got about like 2 or 3 classes left, but I will be starting that back up again in September as well. So I'll be putting out the ads for that thing. But anybody's interested in the astrology introduction, hit me up at sacredplanets@gmail.com. Hit me up at sacredplanets@gmail.com. Or if anybody's looking to sign up, as the discount is going. Remember I said the discount is going. Remember last week I said it was for 40 days. Okay. -7, 33 days. Clock is ticking. So if you want to sign up now. Get in there while you can. Because it might be changing big time after I come back from UAC. So, yeah, I'm sure you're hearing that noise too. Let's call that a day. What else? What time is it? It's tarot card of the week, isn't it? Tarot card of the week. Let's go to the tarot card of the week. And let's have a look at what could be coming up for us this week. What is it that we're going to be looking out for? I'm just going to shuffle the cards. God, they're making a racket, aren't they? Keep it down, mate. People are working here. Oh, God. Okay. So I'm just going to pull out a card here, shuffled, and let's have a see. What's going to be the card for this week? Let's go deep again. Let's go deep. What we got? Ooh, we got the 8 of Pentacles. I like it. It's all about that slow work. 8 of Pentacles. What is this card saying? What is it about? It's about your work. It's about your skills. It's about your professions. This card is indicating either over the course of the next week, some of you need to be looking into perhaps training. So, maybe going on a course, maybe training, adding more to your skills, your existing skills. This card is also about working hard, right? For many of you, it's about really sort of like putting more oomph into your energy, perfecting your skills. Yeah, you're meant to be doing something that's enhancing, that's heightening, that's bettering, developing your skills that can later bring you money. You see, your skills of today will pay for you tomorrow. Always remember that. Your skills, your talents. What is it that you need to be practicing, training for, learning, working at, developing, enhancing in your life? This is what this card is about. Put your head down, get on with the business so that you can work the money. Yeah, you're hearing that, right? Yeah, I know. That's what happens when you have your your door open, invites all kind of noises. However, we have come to the end of this show. Yeah, Mary's saying yes, it's loud enough. Yeah, it looks like it. Tiffany saying, I apologize for missing so many geomancy courses. You don't need to be saying that here. And you've got access to the recording. Just go and watch the recording. They're all there. Everything's all there. You don't miss nothing with my courses. You get access to all the courses. Take your time. Learn it, man. So yeah. I hear you. You don't need to explain that here, Tiffany. You're too open. It's all good. Very much appreciated. People, I want to thank each and everybody because this noise looks like it's getting worse. Only during the Mercury retrograde is some schmuck going to be disturbing my podcast. People, I want to thank each and every single one. Thank you. However, we have come to the end of the show. So many thanks to you. I will be back, same place, same time next week. Yeah, don't forget the competition time. Make sure you send in those
Welcome
Answers.
to the Lunar
Four
Lounge.
zodiac signs. The noise is getting louder and it's pissing me off. Anywho, I want to thank each and every single one of you. You know who you are. Too many names to
the Lunar
mention.
Lounge.
Enjoy the rest of your week. Stay blessed. Enjoy the World
The
Cup
Haymakers.
this evening. Come on, England.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
Put it on them. Jude Bellingham, where you at? Jude Bellingham, where you at, man? Kane, Harry Kane, Saka, get in there. Twist them
To
up.
the Lunar Lounge.
Listen, it's going to be exciting. I don't think I'm going to have a voice next week
The Haymakers.
because I'm telling you, I'm going to blow it out this evening. But listen, people, stay blessed,
Welcome
stay
to
good.
the Lunar Lounge.
You've been tuned into the Lunar Lounge. My name is Israel Josie, and I am out.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
The Haymakers.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
The Haymakers.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
The Haymakers.